Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of December 31st, 2023. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And this is my annual Numerology Podcast. I start every year with the Numerology of the year. And I'm excited about 2024 because it's an 8 universal year, which is all about abundance. So this is definitely my kind of year. In numerology, each year is linked with a universal year number, which corresponds to a number between 1 and 9. And this number gives us some insight into the energy that the year holds. Now, numbers are a form of energy. And the universal year number is like a giant horoscope for the year that can tell us a lot about the energy of the year and what we can expect. And how we get this number is by adding the digits of the year together. So this year we're adding 2, 0, 2, and 4 together. And they total 8, making 2024 an 8 year. So each number has a unique vibration and meaning, and the number 8 is considered particularly auspicious, and it's associated with prosperity, material growth, and financial success. An 8 year in numerology is a time of abundance, balance, and success. So this year is full of blessings. It's a time when we step into our power and own ourselves. We're talking main character energy. We aren't playing the supporting role in our lives anymore. We're becoming the main characters of our lives. So the key words for this year are leadership, power, and expansion. It's time to step into your power and claim your abundance. So last year was a 7 year, which was about personal and spiritual growth, and it was challenging for many of us. And now we take what we learned last year and we apply it to our lives by taking action this year. All the hard work we put in last year starts to pay off. Numerology is about the flow of cycles into one another, and an 8 year starts a 3 year transition cycle, which starts with this 8 year, which is the culmination of our efforts over the past 8 years. Year 9 is the ending of that 9 year cycle. And of course, the cycle starts all over with the 1 year the next year, which is the year of new beginnings. 8 is also considered to be a karmic number. We will reap what we have sown. So if you put in effort, work, and honesty, then you will reap success and abundance in this new year. There are also some challenges with the number 8. This isn't going to be an easy-breezy year. It's demanding. The energy of 8 is strong and intense, and it can sometimes be challenging to handle. It can lead to burnout and exhaustion if we don't learn to balance our work and our personal lives. So remember to take breaks and pace yourself so your health doesn't suffer this year. Whenever people think of the 8, they not only think money, they often think easy money, which is a little misleading. Yeah, during an 8 year, it's much easier to manifest. It can seem like you can magically manifest whatever you place your focus on. And you can, if you put in the work. The 8 isn't set up as lucky or easy. It's the reap what you sow energy. So you must put in the effort, do the mindset work, and be consistent. And this energy can also bring up some very real, deep-seated issues about your relationship with money. So if you deal with your money issues and not ignore them, and you put in the effort and the mindset work, you will have a financially abundant year. The energy of 8 is an amplifier, and it supercharges whatever it comes in contact with. So if you focus on the negative, it will be amplified. If you focus on scarcity, it will be amplified. This year, more than every other year, your thoughts are super important. Clean up your thoughts, clean up your mind, and get laser focused about what you want and how you want to get there. So to make the most of the energy of 2024, it's essential to stay grounded and balanced. This means taking care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So avoid becoming too focused on material success this year at the expense of your well-being. Universal year numbers are great at helping us understand the collective energy. And we also have personal year numbers that can give us some insight into what we can expect in our lives this year. So to calculate your personal year number, you add the day and the month of your birthday to the number 8 for 2024, and you want to reduce the numbers down until you get one remaining number. So for instance, my birthday is June 9th. To calculate my personal year number, I add 6 for June, 9 for my birthday, and 8 for 2024. And that totals 23. And then I add the 2 and the 3 together and I get 5. So this is a 5 personal year for me. The only times that you don't add all the digits together to get one number is if they total 11, 22, or 33. Those are master numbers and have extra special meaning, which I'll tell you about in a minute. I'm going to briefly go through each personal year's meaning, and this is a good start, but you can also Google your personal year number and get lots of other info too. So let's start with a personal year number 1. And that is all about new beginnings and fresh starts. You're starting new projects and you're laying the foundation for what's next. You might feel a strong urge to break away from the old and step into the new. It's also about self-improvement and learning new things. A 2 year is about cooperation, relationships, balance, and patience. This is a year for taking it slow and finding balance in your life. It's time to focus on your partnerships, your connections, and your relationships, both personal and professional. A 3 year is an upbeat and optimistic year where you're focusing on your creativity, your self-expression, your social interactions, and personal growth. In a 3 year, you're starting to create the life you want, and it's filled with opportunities. In a 4 year, you're building solid foundations and you're laying the groundwork for the future. It's a time to work hard toward your goals, pay attention to details, and focus on the practical stuff. While it might feel like a year of hard work, the effort that you put in this year really pays off big time in the future. So patience is your mantra for a 4 year. In a 5 year, there's a sense of expansion and excitement. It's a year to embrace change. There are lots of new opportunities, both professional and personal, and new adventures. So being flexible and open-minded is important with all the changes happening in a 5 year. A 6 year is associated with harmony, responsibility, family, and nurturing energies. Home and family are in the spotlight, and it's a year to nurture your close bonds and your friendships. Focus on your health and balance in a 6 year. A 7 year is associated with introspection, spiritual growth, self-reflection, and self-discovery. You may want some alone time to focus on understanding yourself and your life's purpose. It's a year of very deep self-exploration. And the 8 year is the same as an 8 universal year. It brings opportunities for success, financial growth, abundance, and empowerment. It's a time to take advantage of the lucky circumstances that come your way and use them to transform yourself. If you have an 8 personal year and an 8 universal year, watch out, world. This is your year. And then finally, a 9 year is all about endings, new beginnings, transformation, and resetting. It's the end of a cycle when you're wrapping up loose ends and you're finishing projects and you're just letting go of what no longer serves you. Lots of transformation and transitions. It's like a spring cleaning for your life. And there are also some master number years that are extra special. So in an 11 year, in addition to the characteristics of a 2 year, in an 11 year, this is your time. Share your gifts with the world. This is the time to go for it. You have what it takes right now to succeed. Your intuition is supercharged. You got to trust yourself. This is also a relationship-oriented year. It can be a wonderful time to meet someone. In a 22 year, in addition to what a 4 year is about, a 22 year is another wonderful year to focus on building your dreams and taking action toward making your dreams come true. You're building, one step at a time. It's a great foundation building year. And then finally, a 33 year. And a 33 year is pretty rare. This is a year of significant spiritual expansion and growth. Lots of spiritual insights, heightened intuition. and the chance to make an impact on the world. This is a very special spiritual year. That was a lot. So as you can tell, this 8 universal year is full of opportunities. Also, we start the year with Jupiter, the planet of abundance, which has been retrograde since September. It's finally turned around and it went direct yesterday. So we are full steam ahead with wonderful stuff at the beginning of this year. And Mercury retrograde ends tomorrow on the 1st. So this is a super fantastic way to start a new year. And you got to remember to pace yourself. We have an entire year of opportunities and abundance coming our way. There's no need to rush into it really fast. Just pace yourself. So if you'd like to find out more about your upcoming year, this is your last chance to take advantage of the Astrology and Abundology sale. It ends on the 2nd. You get an hour astrology chart reading with Deborah Norton and an hour spirit guide channeling with me for only $222. There's a link in the show notes and also on my website, Abundology.com. And my next Women's Wisdom Circle starts on Tuesday, January 9th. This circle is focusing on spirituality, like our spiritual gifts and developing them, our connection to our higher selves and our higher power, and our spiritual practices. So this is a wonderful way to connect with other women and really strengthen your spirituality. So there is also a link in the show notes for more info on it. And I would love to have you join me for some deep conversations with some super cool women. So hurry to sign up for that one. The last circle's sold out. Again, a link in the show notes and on my website. And finally, I have one more Montana spiritual retreat spot left for 2024. This is a perfect way to get your energy straight and back into balance, especially if you had a lot of change lately. Again, you could schedule a time to talk with me more about it on my website or send me a message or an email if you're interested. And that's it for the year. Thank you so much for listening. The number of podcast listeners has doubled this year, and that's because you've shared the podcast with your friends, and I really, really appreciate that. So happy New Year, everyone. I am celebrating tonight with a fancy dinner out with my boys. Again, thank you for listening, and I will talk to you again next year.